Spanish La Liga, and of course, the French Ligue 1. And, well, I'm curious to see what PSG will look like this season. I mean, they look like an embattled giant. Kylian Mbappe doesn't want to stay. Neymar wishes to go to Barcelona. And a host of many other top players not so settled at the club. So, do you think more than ever before, we're going to have a very open and competitive French Ligue 1? On that note, to say good morning to you. Fantastic Friday. Great time to be with you all on the program Sports Bang on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. It's the 11th day in the month of August, year 2023, and I'm delighted to welcome you on the last edition of Sports Bang for this week. My name is Tunde Olawuwo. Well, to understand how we roll every Friday, we make winners out of you, but it is what it is right now. We're not streaming on Facebook, we're doing YouTube business, so please go on our YouTube Splash 105.5 FM, but don't worry, at some point we'll open the phone lines for you to join us, pick a number, answer correctly, and then win for yourself 5,000 naira. 3SC beats Beyond Limit 2-0 to lift Valley Jets Cobb. Maybe they should put them in good enough shape to have a decent season. I mean, enough of, acting like Real Madrid in preseason and then playing like Bournemouth when the season eventually starts.
I will have been excited, but this is preseason and...
They should save it for the real season.
I just hope that they can... I mean, I was over the roof when they beat Enyimba in the final of a preseason last year, but then we also what happened during the season. So I won't get my hopes too high anyway.
Oluwafemi, Akinosho, Femaiti, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Tunde. Good morning to our esteemed listener. You know what they say? Yoruba say, Tabadajo. I mean, we waited for so long for this day. The 11th of August seemed like forever, in May, when the European season was wrapping up. But then it's here again. The 2023-2024 European season is here again. Manchester City, Pep Guardiola was asked yesterday if they can do the treble again, and he said never, impossible. But then impossibility is nothing. Who says they can't? It's all about, a couple of things falling in place for them again. And then the La Liga just got interesting with Real Madrid losing their first choice goalkeeper for the whole of the season. It almost feels like, some sort of bad luck because goalkeepers hardly have ACLs. And,
exactly.
For a goalkeeper to have ACL in a training session, I mean, it's quite interesting. But I'm telling myself, a man called David De Gea must serve a very living God, because now Real Madrid are in the process of contacting David De Gea to become their first choice goalkeeper for the new season. What was stopped by a 40 fax machine a couple of years ago is about to become a reality.
Should De Gea listen to them? As a former Atletico Madrid player,
he already agreed to join them about 6 years ago, if not for a 40 fax machine. So it's something that he wants, and he has always wanted to go back to Madrid. Well, the city, because his wife, formerly his girlfriend, his wife and his daughter, newly born daughter, are based in Madrid. So, as I said, it looks like David De Gea is serving a living God. I mean, absolutely falling, in pleasant places for him right now. I'm talking about David De Gea.
So Thibaut Courtois is doing what? If you say David De Gea is serving a living God.
I don't know. It's a very unlucky time for Thibaut Courtois actually to be out of the whole season, because the earliest return for him prognosis is April. So it's practically out of the 2023-2024 season. Once again, it's a pleasure to be back here. So much to talk about.
Let's quickly look at it from this angle. Whichever way you look at it, Manchester City must have some kind of motivation around the history that they might be making this season. No club in the English Premier League era has done 4 consecutive league-winning run. They could do that.
Absolutely. I mean, I say it that it's like a double-edged sword.
And it looks like anything Manchester United can do,
City can do better, absolutely, because I would say that they won their treble in style more than Manchester United. But the fact is, it's a double-edged sword for Manchester City. Yes, they can go ahead and win a fourth consecutive, which is the only record that Manchester United has over them right now. No, in fact. They matched Manchester United record doing the 3 consecutive, so they can go better than Manchester United. That is a source of motivation. But also, it could also be a situation for Manchester City where what is left to achieve? I mean, we saw some key players leaving or wanting to leave, likes of Riyad Mahrez.
We're hearing Bernardo Silva
wanted to leave, but I think they've been able to convince him to stay. Kyle Walker wanted to leave, but I think they have been convinced. He has also been convinced to stay. And I wonder why these players want to leave. It's because there's nothing much to look forward to again at Manchester City. So that could be a problem for Manchester City in the coming season, where the players feel like, what are we fighting for? We have won everything. Let's just take it easy. But the record, but I know that Pep Guardiola is a man that always has the push, and he will find a new thing to motivate them. But for Manchester City this season, definitely true, they are not going to win the treble again.
And then Real Madrid, Barcelona, do you think is also going to be a 2-horse race again?
Absolutely. I don't think Atletico Madrid has done anything in this transfer window to deserve, a title race against those two. I think it's going to be Real Madrid and Barcelona again. And it just got interesting, with the injury to Thibaut Courtois. But then if they can get a goalkeeper in, I mean, they've done a short list. There's Kepa, there's Yacine Bono of Sevilla, and there's David De Gea. But because of the time frame, because of the little time they've got, they don't have time to start negotiating, with clubs for transfer.
You have a certain free player.
So they are choosing David De Gea. All they have to do is just talk with him, and get the deal done over the line. So I think it's going to be De Gea. I think De Gea will come in and, do the job for Real Madrid. So I think they are still good. The only thing that gives me a little bit of worry for Real Madrid is the lack of striker. I still wait. I know I have some idea on how
Vinicius Junior.
Jorginho is a left winger. If you're going to convert him to a striker,
he's a forward player.
You're not. But I know that
City won the league without a striker at some point.
Absolutely. I know that Carlo Ancelotti is trying to play a 2-man striking force of Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior. But then once again, this is a formation. This is a style of play that have never been played before by Real Madrid. So I wait to see how much they would. Fit in, and if it doesn't, I feel like if the first couple of weeks of the La Liga doesn't go well for them, I think they're going to intensify Mbappe. I think then they'll be ready to pay for Mbappe, because right now it's looking like Real Madrid doesn't want to pay for Mbappe. Mbappe has had a silent agreement to join them for free next summer, and that is where they are. But if the season starts going wrong in the first weeks of August, I think they'll go back to PSG and put some money on the ground for Mbappe.
And then before we quickly catch up with some commercials, stories around Harry Kane, we understand that finally it looks like Tottenham and Bayern have an agreement in principle. I saw a tweet by Michael Owen saying that, look, it would have been better for Harry Kane to stay in England, having in sight the record held by Alan Shearer of being the top goal scorer of all time in the English Premier League history.
I absolutely agree. Not absolutely. I partially agree, with that statement. I mean,
this is 30 with no trophy.
I understand, but this is a record that will etch you in the history books of the Premier League for decades.
And then somebody will ask you in the future, show us your medal.
The only reason why it will be worth it for Harry Kane is not for him to win the German Bundesliga. The German Bundesliga is that trophy has been rendered useless by the fact that Bayern Munich has won it for 10 years.
Maybe it's not a big deal for Bayern Munich, but it's a big deal for him.
I understand, but it wouldn't be worth it if he only went to Bayern Munich.
He can as well win the Champions League.
Exactly, that's what I'm about to say. That what will make this move worth a while is if he gets to lift the Champions League.
But he needs to win something.
Exactly.
And he will definitely win things at Bayern.
I have a feeling that he would have won something this season at Tottenham Hotspur. I believe, even if it's the Carabao Cup, Tottenham Hotspur.
He believed for many years. And here we are.
I believe even if it's the Carabao Cup with Tottenham, with Kane in the team, Tottenham Hotspur will have won this season.
Thank God you are not his agent.
But you know what?
This guy will turn 35 and still wins nothing.
It's nothing to actually hope about. So I think it's a good move for him, and it looks like everybody gets what they want. Bayern Munich gets the top striker they wanted to replace Lewandowski. Daniel Levy gets what he wants because he has always said he doesn't want to sell to a Premier League, team. And Harry Kane definitely, absolutely will get a trophy.
Let's quickly take some adverts. We'll be back on Sports Bank. Stay with us.
Every morning, now better chance to carry your hustle go higher level. So, make you start your day with the correct taste of Nescafe. Start strong, finish strong. Nescafe.
You're about to close the deal of a lifetime, and suddenly, your phone goes off because your battery is low. There's a hot gist in town, and just when you're about to hear it, your smartphone disappoints you. Oh, not again. Even worse, you're about to get that yes, but they can't reach you. No smartphone guarantees you your dream like the itel P40. With just one charge of its mega 6000 mAh battery, power is yours for 3 days. Also get 5GB from Airtel for just 1,000 Naira when you buy itel P40 and activate it with an Airtel 4G SIM card. SMS GET to 141 to get this offer. itel P40, one charge for 3 days.
So, we went on the street to ask people how they love Nescafe Multi.
This multi, that's sweet, oh!
I love it. Love it. Love it. Whoever added malt to Nescafe is a genius.
The way the coffee tastes, they mix with the sweet creaminess and the malt taste, it not get me.
See, abeg, if you want greet me now, have a great multi day.
Well, you've heard it live and direct. Start your day with a Nescafe Multi every day. And have a great multi-day. Start strong, finish strong. Nescafe.
Give malaria a double punch of Protestant and an effective combination that Camosunator. There's anti-malaria therapy. And you will bounce back to life. Comes in 4 different packs, 4 different age groups. Below 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above. Camosunator.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited.
If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet inside.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, welcome back on Sports Bang. Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan Thursday defeated Beyond Limit 2-0 to emerge champions of the second edition of Valley Jet Cobe. The 2 goals were scored in the first half through 3SC captain Malo Motaufik and Gali Falke to give the former MPL champions the deserved victory for further intensive preparations ahead of the new season. Shooting Stars will participate in the 2023 edition of Optima Energy Gold Cup, where they are pitched in Group B alongside Niger Tornadoes, FC Ibadan, and Trade Save FC. Meanwhile, Confederation of African Football CAF has said it has received a written statement from football stakeholders in Cameroon to investigate Fecafoot President Samuel Eto'o for alleged improper conduct. In a statement released on Wednesday, CAF said it's looking into this request based on and in accordance with its statutes and regulations. Last month, amateur football clubs in Cameroon called for the resignation of Eto'o. Femaiti, I really must say this. I mean, I was a huge fan of Eto'o, the footballer. but I'm not
I think
sure.
the administrator is
I'm not sure what I can make out of him being president of his country's FA.
I don't think he has done much in that office, and I think he's breaking rules left, right, and center. I mean, the latest of it was him becoming a brand ambassador and getting involved in a betting company. I mean, it's clearly stated in the FIFA and CAF rules. If you are in a position where you can influence results of football games, you cannot be involved with a betting company. He's the president of the Cameroonian Football Association. You cannot be involved with a betting company, and that's the reason why these charges are coming up against him. I think he may not be able to, navigate this. He may eventually have to resign, because this is clear. This is clear. He was involved with a betting company, and it's against FIFA and CAF rules.
Teenage winger Salma Paraluelo came off the bench to score a 111th minute winner as Spain beat the Netherlands to reach the Women's World Cup semi-finals for the first time. Japan takes on Sweden later today. That's 8:30 this morning in the second quarter-final fixture of the tournament. I mean, it's going to end very soon. Our girls are out, but the big girls are still there.
Yeah, absolutely. But then at least one of our ladies, Ashley Plumter, made it to the round of 16 best 11. So it shows that we went out, but then went out with our shoulders held high.
Very high.
But then the tournament has to continue.
Nick Kyrgios has withdrawn from the US Open due to injury, according to the tournament organizers. Well, Premier League returns with champions Manchester City at Burnley. And who do you think will be on the other side is a certain City legend, Vincent Kompany.
10 major trophies for Manchester City as a player, and of course a captain for Manchester City. Well, this is not the first time they are meeting, but then this is the first time they are meeting in the Premier League. It was City who sent Burnley out of the FA Cup last season, in a tie just like this one. But this time it's going to be City in the Premier League against Kompany, Vincent Kompany's Burnley. I'm not expecting so much of an offset in this game, but then I'm expecting a tough game. I mean, the game that they played in the EFL Cup last season, it was a tough couple of minutes, opening minutes for Manchester City before, they ran over them. So I'm expecting some sort of challenge for Manchester today. But at the end of the day, I think Pep will manage to get a first win this season.
Let's quickly catch up with the BBC Premier League updates. Breaking: Liverpool agree £111 million fee with Brighton for Caicedo.
I don't want to be
111.
I don't want to be Chelsea fans like right now. I mean, you caught a player, you play around him, you joke around him, you make multiple bids, and at the end of the day, you don't get to sign the player. And funny enough, it's foolishness because Brighton has always asked for £100 million.
But Liverpool certainly have overpaid.
If Chelsea had put £100 million
maybe
to Brighton
2
weeks ago, this is the thing. If they had given Brighton £100 million 2 weeks ago, he would have been a Chelsea player right now. Unfortunately, they bidded £100 million last night, but unfortunately, Liverpool did better.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Paul Serres at the BBC Sports Centre. The English Premier League makes its return on Friday evening with the English and European champions Manchester City facing newly promoted Burnley at Turf Moor. The Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says achieving another treble of English Premier League title, FA Cup and the European Champions League trophy is impossible.
No, I don't think so. It will be possible to do what we have done last season. So it's one in a lifetime. So I said to the players, forget about it. So we climbed the highest mountain last season, what we have done. But the last 2 days we came down to the mountain and we start from from there, where everyone with the same intention, and will be a lot of difficulties to climb as high as possible on our level, the mountain, and we'll see. Normally the first games are difficult for itself, especially for the new promoted, and because they have nothing to lose and they have the energy and the dream to do a good season.
The former Tottenham player Ramon Vega thinks moving to Bayern Munich would be a good option for the England captain Harry Kane. Spurs accepted a bid for their record goalscorer from the German champions on Thursday.
From Harry Kane's point of view, I think with 30 years old, if he wants to win trophies, and he can definitely do that at Bayern Munich, he also play the Champions League on international level, because that's the level Harry Kane is. And Spurs, he might not have that this season, potentially next season. By the time, he will be 31, 32. So it's a risk of him, also sporting point of view, not to achieve what he actually could do somewhere else.
And West Ham have made their first signing of the transfer window, bringing in the Mexican international midfielder Edson Alvarez from Ajax in a deal thought to be worth about $45 million. And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Okay, that time of the program where we interact and we reward. 0809 155 1055. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. 08056998678 07069493000. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I did Latif from Ifo.
Adeji Latif from Ifo. Number what, please?
Number 3.
Number 3. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Israel Adesanya is set to fight Wu to defend his middleweight title.
He's going to fight. I'm not sure. I can't remember his name.
Let me remind you. His name is Sean Strickland. Thank you for calling.
That was for Sport Bank yesterday.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Sunday.
Yes, good morning.
Joseph from Iworo.
Joseph from Iworo. Joseph is a perennial winner. There's this sound coming. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, number what, Joseph?
Number 1.
Number 1. Sweden beat USA at the Women's World Cup round of 16 on penalties. Mention 2 players who missed for USA.
I'm
so sorry.
The network is bad. 3 players missed, but then we asked you to mention 2: Megan Rapinoe, Sophia Smith, and Kelly O'Hara.
Well, I think we have to go now.
Absolutely.
Well, don't worry, guys. You'll get to know about our Fantasy Premier League. It's back with a bang.
Absolutely,
again.
absolutely. More details for you tomorrow during What Sports.
Okay, and of course, the people asking, what about Rep Your Club this year? Keep your fingers crossed. Next month of September, it's going to be a Saudi edition. So money moves.
In a big way.
Exactly. Thank you so much for my team.
It's always been a pleasure, and it's a pleasure.
Don't worry. We'll also run our preview of the season.
Absolutely. Tomorrow, watch out for our predictions.
What sports?
We'll put our money where our mouth is.
Your money where your mouth is. Please don't allow Blessing to sit on the fence.
Absolutely. Nobody is sitting on the fence. The fence is broken tomorrow. You will have to pick a struggle. Who is winning? Who is making top 4? Who is getting relegated?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bolo, this morning. Thanks to you all for listening. My name is Tunde Olawuwo. Have a beautiful Friday, and bye-bye.
Splash FM 105.5.
You doing today? Hope you're having a great time. I mean, are you at work or you're driving or, you're just there relaxing? Whatever it is you're doing, please take your time, relax, and listen to what I have to say to you. Because you can never tell. It might be beneficial to you, and if not to you, it may be beneficial to that friend of yours, to that neighbor, to that mommy, that daddy. But you know what? If you had to ask me personally, I would say that it will be beneficial to you. Yes, you. All right, right, my amazing ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting announcement for all the drivers out there. Get ready to experience a whole new level of driving with InDrive. You know, what they say, the future of transportation.